Cameron Jasper here from the back to a new Fairly Odd Parents video, and we are back with a new reviewing of my favorite Fairly Odd Parents episodes. This is another good one from season 6, 7. I know it's after Poth is born. It's before, or it's after the whole Poth introduction season after. So I think it's season 7. And yeah, this is another good episode I enjoy. Especially with Timmy's dad and believing DINKLEBERG is evil. Yeah, let me just check at least. Hang on. I did want to check. I'm pretty sure it's season 6. No, then it's season 7. Yeah. It's a season after Poth's introduction. Yeah. It's a season after Poth's introduction. So yeah, season 7, episode 20. At least from looking up on Paramount Plus. Because again, I am reviewing this series of my favorite episodes. And a lot of other ones too. Like Henry Danger Thunderman's The Loud House, for example. On Paramount Plus. So yeah, again, another good episode I enjoy. And it starts with I'm just saying, Mr. DINKLEBERG and Mr. Turner really are like Homer and Ned Flanders. I swear. Just the comparison. I mean, obviously Ned and Homer were first, but this is literally Ned and a Homer situation because of how Mr. Turner doesn't like Mr. DINKLEBERG, even though Mr. DINKLEBERG is a very nice neighbor. And yeah, they're both neighbors, both on The Simpsons and on The Fairly Odd Parents. So keep that in mind. Of course, Homer doesn't think Ned is evil. Ned Flanders is evil or anything, but he doesn't like him. And yeah, of course, Mr. Turner thinks that DINKLEBERG is evil. So again, not liking him, of course. And yeah, he gets the newspaper. It starts with him getting the newspaper, and with it, today's weather cloudy with a chance of rain. And of course, he looks at DINKLEBERG, saying that this can only be the work of, and yeah, sees him saying, "Morning, Turner," with him just saying DINKLEBERG again. I just love this though. And then yeah, he sees that his tire's not matched, and he's like, DINKLEBERG strikes again. And then he's run out of milk, which I hate that. I mean, some cereal I can eat dry, but I always like to have cereal with milk. And of course, he believes that it's DINKLEBERG written all over it. Even uses a chainsaw and has a hockey mask on, carving "Curse You, DINKLEBERG." And of course, Mrs. Turner says that he doesn't really see why Mr. Turner, her husband, thinks that and blames he would blame Mr. DINKLEBERG for everything because he's a perfectly good neighbor. But of course, Mr. Turner's like, "Get away from your mother, Timmy." DINKLEBERG put a chip in her brain. And yeah, yelling in her ear as well. And then, yeah, they end up when going to this lair that Timmy's dad has, because he's like, "Oh no, you're not going to school. You're going with me." And yeah, they end up getting crushed in the ceiling. And yeah, he turned Timmy's room into this lair. Which, yeah, he's seeing all these diabolical, but very kind things. Literally, very kind things, but Mr. Turner is thinking evil things. Like lending cups of sugar, nursing babies, and even donating one of his kidneys to save Mr. Turner. Like, man, so many very great things that DINKLEBERG has done. And of course, Timmy is worried that since his dad said that Timmy's going to be with him 24/7 unless he's in the bathroom trying his new kidney. He says that he's worried that they're not going to be able to grant him any wishes. And of course they're saying that his dad can't obsess with Dinkleberg forever. And yeah, his pants are below his ankles, of course. And pretty much throughout the rest of the episode as well, they're going to be around his, pulled down, of course. But then, yeah, we see Dinkleberg going inside his house. They go to inside cameras, but of course they don't have inside cameras. And then, yeah, having this disguise for Timmy to wear, pretending to be a little Girl Scout. Which, yeah, very funny. And even doing the little girl voice, which it works perfectly. Because if you think about it, Timmy's voice actor is actually voiced by a girl. By a female. Same thing with, of course, Jimmy Neutron and I think Tommy. Ain't that the main one and some of the other ones on Rugrats? I do like it when female voice actors or actresses voice male characters. It's really cool. Again, it just shows how talented actors are. And of course, Mr. Dinkleberg gets the cookies, and we see that of his evil lair, which is going inside of his mouth, and yeah, they literally see the inside of Dinkleberg, and of course, they hear a flushing sound, and Mr. Turner is like, you know what this means? And Timmy is like, I can never unseen what I just saw. But of course, they're going to have to try again, and Timmy's pretending to be Santa Claus, and it's September, apparently. And of course, Mr. Dinkleberg thinks that is actually Timmy. And yeah, gets this bear, the stuffed panda, with obviously a huge camera in it. And even seeing him writing a letter to Santa, thanks for the stuffed animal with the camera, and he's going to give it to a needy child. And then, of course, Timmy is like, Dad, get a grip. There's nothing with Mr. Dinkleberg. And then he uses this microphone and literally blasts loud noise into his son's ear, saying to, you maniac, give me back my son, because he believes that Dinkleberg put a chip in Timmy's brain too. And then Mrs. Turner brings with some lemonade, but Mr. Turner karate chops the lemonade out of his wife's hands, thinking it's mind-controlled use. And then they use the escape suit. And Mr. Turner, please just pull your pants up. And yeah, Mrs. Turner falls. And the dad is like, honey, cussing my fall. And then, yeah, we see Dinkleberg sleeping while, yeah, Mr. Turner is just in this disguise and running into a lot of these things. And yeah, after all that, he's still sleeping and eats this some of the stuff that Timmy gave him, and yeah, he eats one of the tiny cameras, and yeah, Dinkleberg wakes up, and yeah, he's like, don't do any evil things to me, I'll give you back your kidney, and he's like, don't be silly, Turner, that's yours to keep, and gives him some hot cocoa, and then he is like, because you're never going home, and presses this button that turns evil and locks up, put these chains around Turner, and he's like, you're right about me all wrong, Turner, I am evil. And even showing this evil intestine layer as well, and having this tank of piranhas as well, and showing these diabolical plans, starting with him changing the newspaper on Turner's newspaper with the cloudy with a chance of rain on it. And then changing all of his ties with this bomb all to those polka dots. And then making the milk spill as well, or pour out with this dart. Very diabolical. And even having this drill, but he's like, you know what I'm going to do with this drill? I'm never going to let you borrow it. And yeah, Timmy and his fairies realize that his dad is in trouble. Which, of course, he wishes that his dad is freed. But they get eaten by the piranhas. And yeah, we see these bots that come in. and getting chased, and he grabs and slings one of the bots into the picture frame to shut off the bots, or to release his dad, and then they're about to fight Dinkleberg together until the bots are about to get after him. And yeah, his dad just bails. And yeah, Timmy is like, whoa, Mr. Dinkleberg, I can't believe you're really evil. And then he's like, oh, I'm not really evil, Turner. I just know how much it meant to your father to think I was evil. So yeah, he did all of this just to make Timmy's dad happy. That is very grateful. That is very, very good, I would say. And he's like, just don't tell your dad that I'm not evil. I'm not really evil. It would break his heart. But again, very, very grateful of Dinkleberg to actually to do all of this just to make Timmy's dad happy. And yeah, even giving him a bike and a sack of money too. To tell him to go and buy your dad some suspenders. And then, yep, his pants are still down. Like I said, they're down for the rest of the episode. And he's believing that, yeah, he's like, I can't believe I was right that Dinkleberg is actually evil. But then he's like, I don't think he's working alone. And talks about this other lady, or this lady that's watering her plants. And apparently works with orphans. He's suspecting that she's working with Dinkleberg. But yeah, a really good episode I enjoy. But yeah, I'd like to know what y'all think. Let me know in the comments below. Get to the next one.